Okay. Okay. If you can hear me, let me know. Let's do an audio check. Check my own audio. And then we'll begin. Let's cover. Ooh. And then we'll begin. All right. Working loud and clear. Now, guys, I wanted to cover the homework and then cover the it's called the trading robot that I found that's on a free, and show you guys how to use other robots and improve upon your own trading. So let's begin. First off, let's start off with the code for the homework. And if anyone else sent it to me, let me know. Hit open. All right. Let's go straight into meta quotes. We'll make this was the homework. Let's make this number 3. Okay, there we go. So if you guys can see that, let me know. All right, let's check this out. So the requirements for last time was to create an alert when the Bollinger Band has at least 2 closed, mistype, 2 closed candles past it, once past, close minimum of 2 candles, enter a sell. Okay. For the lower Bollinger Bands, have at least 2 candles closed past it to enter a buy trade. Set stop loss, TP to stop loss 3 to 1. Okay. When there is a Bollinger Band squeeze, do not allow trades to be made. Add alerter to Bollinger Band squeeze so that happens. You get a message. Pretty easy stuff. No, so let's cover the code. And second show. All right, let's check out this code. All right, so first off, we have I bands, 14 close, upper, back. Okay. Like this. Make it a little bit better for my eyes. Check. We got our bulls. This is interesting. Current candle, check. Bollinger Band squeeze. Okay. Okay. Is it compile? Let's see how it runs. It reads clear so far. This is the expert advisor I plan on covering for the video. Actually, I forgot the name of it. Number 3. GBB, pound. Must have passed it. Let's check it out, guys. And yeah, so far, guys, if you guys can hear me, let me know. Okay. 14.2.0. That's interesting. Nothing popped up. Bollinger Bands, number 3. The Bollinger Bands are not showing. It's kind of weird. I bands. It's kind of weird. Let me see something. Nothing showing up so far. Okay. Not even the moving average is showing up. Let's go back. Maybe something. No, it has nothing to do with main. You don't need BB main. I even made a moving average. It didn't even show up. But what I'm going to do is something. Yeah, I know why. Hit start. That's even weirder. That's really weird. Nothing's showing up anymore. Okay, let me just try number 4. That's really weird. Okay, moving average, check. Something's wrong. Kind of weird. Look, the moving average is not on here either. Let me exit out. Maybe there's some error that happened. Give me a second. Sorry about that. That's super duper weird. All right, it's back. Hit start. All it is the moving average, so we shouldn't have any errors. Oh, there it is. That's super weird. All right, we'll go back to the code. Sonali. I'm sorry, Sonali. What time frame did you use this on? Let's check it out. 5 minutes, 1 minute. Okay. It's going quick. All right, let's hit stop. Let's zoom in. Here's a clear example of an entry. Okay, so it could have entered here. Well, let's see if there's any errors. There is a Bollinger Band squeeze. Don't execute trades. Okay. Now, let's really break this down. FBD upper. Okay. FBD upper is good. Your Bollinger Band squeeze is, at best, doesn't make much sense to me. So, what is the definition of a Bollinger Band squeeze? Like, when you program this, what do you mean? Because this is what you typed. Could happen at any large value. So a Bollinger Band squeeze is when it gets typically very tight ranged, right? Low ATR. So for me, a Bollinger Band squeeze, if I'm using the 1 minute as a reference, all right, like you can use this as a Bollinger Band squeeze, but you're going to be programming for certain types of, how can I say it, expansion. Like if you program for this, I checked the squeeze code from a website as a reference. Was it my website? You know, let's check it out. I don't know if I actually made this public. What is it? Not this one. Which website did you find it from? Because it's not like mine at all. Here, let's copy this. Come on. Yeah, that code that you got it from is interesting. Yeah, I'm on my own website, and for a Bollinger Band squeeze, here, let's go to my robot that I made. Here, let's go to number 4. Let's go to here. Okay. Make this a global. Hit compile. All right, so here's the public one that I have for everybody to use. Okay. And I can see this is probably what the bug is at. This squeeze portion is not programmed correctly. See? I put vertical lines to show indications of that. See? So here's a free example of what I made for everybody. Bollinger Band squeeze, 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 squeeze. Every point where there's a squeeze. Except for here, that's when the code starts. You see how I did this? And if we go back to your code, see, mine will give you a visual, which is okay. But a squeeze is typically, you're looking for like a set pattern. Your pattern that you gave, let's see. Is it for mine? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think you got it from my website, did you? What are you missing? 100 squeeze. Okay, so if it's false, clear that row, color red. Okay. Something's not. Let's do something. Actually, let's just do this. It's so much easier. Instead of wasting time. Everything's so close in some space. All right, let's go to your expert advisor. 3. Hit start. Let's see. Let's see what comes up out of this. All right. So there is definite squeezes. Okay. What else are we missing? The homework says check. And number 3, if the BB squeeze true, DB by. Okay. So this makes sense. DB by. Okay. The close of 2 is greater than upper, and the close of 1 upper. Okay, the first problem is that these don't match. BB upper is current. It should be BB1 here, BB2 here, 2, 1, compile. Let's see how that does. Okay. Let's give it a minute. Yeah. No trades so far. All right, the next step is to see what else is wrong. Let's do this. Now we get a visual representation of what's happening when either the buy or the sell are true. Seems like there's a couple examples. Let's see if we're getting any order sin errors. I don't see any order sins. Okay. So we know that it's these two are not the problem. BB buy, so Let's see. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this real quick. I think there's a problem. Very easy problem to fix. Let's check it out. Ah, now we got it. Ugh, so many little errors in this program. See, it's taking trades. Yeah, let's let it zoom out a little bit. Yeah, look, it's doing pretty good. Let's see the chart. Ugh. But not too bad. All right, we're gonna hit stop. If you examine it, all the entries are too close to the Bollinger Band squeeze. So there's always a problem. So the squeeze has to be recalculated and reprogrammed to get the expansion. But when it happens, it's really relatively close. And that's where the error happens. See? See? Bollinger Band squeeze right here. 1, 2. Kicked out an error. Yeah, it's all right. It's not too bad. I mean, you're new to programming, but not too bad. But I mean, we pretty much fixed it all. I know the 2 problems. We don't need this really, but just as a visual for you guys. This is just too close to the entry. So you would have to remove it and just do this, but not too bad. Good job so far. Let's see. Now let's get to that new one. This is a new robot. It is called King Scalper. Can only be traded on gold. No, it's not gold. XAU. On the 15-minute. This is a free one that anyone can use. It's a pretty interesting program. I wanted to show you guys and how you can use some of the same tactics in their program and their EA to yours. See? So let's look at it. So they added buttons right here. Buy, sell buttons, close buy, close all. These are pretty easy to be made. So they're not able to be moved. Okay, if you want the code for this, all you need to do is go to Control-T or go to here, Control-T, terminal, go to market, and you'll see free King Scalper. Apparently it's very popular. a lot of these free EAs. Now, me personally, I don't use free EAs. I only use my own. But when like simulating or testing them out just to see how they are, it's a good learning experience. But before we use it, let's break it down as a programmer, okay? Let me do my pointer. All right, so you see these buttons over here. These are pretty easy to be made. See, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 buttons. Close all. So what they've done is make these buttons magically magic number controlled, which is pretty simple to do. They put text over here for the spread, the version of it, the minimum, working, says if it's working or not. So it's pretty easy code to be made. If you go over here, this is a horizontal box that took off the clicker. If you go to objects, see, these are buttons, 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 buttons. We can go to here and go to, let's make it all black. See, you can change the color of the buttons. Where can we get the code? Which one? For the King Scalper? You cannot access the code for King Scalper. It's free software, free code. Free EA. You just can't access the code, but so far, this is extremely easy to be made. Buttons, this on the right-hand panel, no grid. So we're not talking about complex stuff. Let's see. Is there anything else we can do before playing it? Let me see. You can change the sell button, buy button. These all can be changed color, change triangle. All right, let's play it. So we got our first entry, close out. Say what they did, it's interesting. They don't have a stop loss or a target profit because they hidden it. So when you're programming, you don't have to have a TP or a stop loss. You can actually calculate certain equity values or lot size or profit values. So if it dips under, you can just close the trade automatically. Let's go to the next one. This is actually interesting. You see this right here? See how it did an open and a close? Let's check that out in results. So he made the first trade, made $7.50. So he's kind of using like a reverse martingale strategy. Let's see. Let's move it to the right a little bit more. Someone leave me a message. So the martingale strategy, basically, when it enters like a 0.1 lot, if it's losing in the market, if it's doing a buy order, as it goes down, it increases its lot size from 0.1, 0.2, keeps going down, 0.4, keeps going down, 0.8, keeps going down. He's doing the same concept, but backwards. Wow, look, see? Yep. Martingale strategy. Wasn't even that hard to figure out. So he's, 0.01, 0.02, 0.03. Pretty So there's some pros and cons about the martingale strategy. The pro is that if you're incorrect on the trend and there's a significant pullback, then you can be overall profitable based on your lot size and grid parameters. The negative thing about martingale strategy, you can burn your entire account off of one move or several moves. Your entire account just go to zero. So me personally, I don't even use it. It's not a way to get wealthy or rich, in my opinion. You might get lucky though. See, yeah, martingale strategy. If you check the account, see, it's profitable so far. But if something bad happens, which it always does, your account will reflect that. Now, let's look at this right here. XAU simple time. That's today's date. Total profits. This stuff is easy to make. Very, very simple. Change colors. Yeah. Let's see what it does. Now it's interesting to see if it's using indicators to enter. But yeah, if you have any questions so far, let me know. Let me check the other live stream real quick. So martingale strategy. I mean, I've made the robot a couple times too. It's risky at best. Very risky. What else? See how it says the buy? If it keeps going down, it's going to do another buy at 2.0 and do another buy. See how it keeps on doing buys and then close out together. If the market catches a real big dip down, you'll see a bunch of buys. I took a small loss. But so far, it's up $30. Not too bad. Yeah, it just leverages, so 0.1 buy, 0.02 buy, 0.04 buy, and this keeps going down more and more and more. It's very dangerous though. It can really blow your entire account. Let's see, what else can we do? Well, I'll leave that sell. See? Sell 2.0. It should exit very, very soon. Ooh. Now let's pause it. See? Sonali. It's 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.05. So right now he has total 0.2 lots. Oh. 0.11 lots. So on like $1,000 account can't be done. Let me see, conservatively, you'll need like a $5,000 account. So $5,000 account to do this properly, where it's currently positioned. See? If it goes up, it's going to do maybe a 0.1. Boom. See? Lucky. So these took a loss, but since these are weighted so much heavier, no. It's not recommended for small accounts. It's just not. I wouldn't even recommend it at all. You're almost guaranteed to blow your entire account. Like every model that I've seen with a martingale strategy will blow up your account eventually. Absolutely just wreck your account. Maybe it can happen sooner or later, but it's going to happen eventually. Yeah, it is a luck strategy. And you'll see, watch. Just wait for gold to have a bad moment, like a very big moment, either up or down. And since you're counter trading in a sense, see, small loss right here. But I thought this was interesting because free robots are very interesting to learn from. Let me see what else we got. I'm not sure. All right. Yeah, I don't like strategies on luck. I like strategies on skill. The program is well made, though. Failed to get time from. Interesting. Let's see what the account's at. Let's check it out some more. But remember, this is a free robot, so you guys can test it out if you like. Oh, it's missing so much trades. See how it's been dipping down and then do a buy? It scalps. And another thing it does, this robot doesn't take advantage of. It doesn't take advantage of what we call capping your upside. It's all capped. So all it's telling you is that if it's capped up its upside, long term this robot can't make money. Because if it takes a significant loss, it would take forever for it to come back. Like this. See that? Let's see what it does. Well, but while that's running, we can test out the other one I found. And this was a support and resistance robot. Pound yen or pound dollar at MT4 signal. Yeah, the potential is really high. Now, when you start looking at these free robots, look at their settings. Very, very big. Ooh. See? So many trades missed. But it has its pros and cons, guys. Now, you any other questions, guys, about this trading strategy? Let me see. Let's get into the other code. Okay, let's see. Now let's do this for the next thing because we only got on a live stream for like an hour or so. We got like 5 minutes. Some change. And thank you guys for making it to the live stream. If you guys would like to subscribe to the channel, like the video, join the Telegram. Questions on the side. What are the drawdowns of an EA? Of this EA or just EAs in general? What? Yeah, let me put this on here. Question on the side. What are drawdowns of? Oh, drawdowns. Okay. Here. Do you see these green marks? Sometimes you'll see them spike down. This is what's considered drawdown. Basically, your equity. Oh, okay. So some of the negatives of EAs would be basically how it's programmed and being biased. So typically, if you see like an up market, just say it's trending up, there's not much strategy into it. You can just be buying and holding those positions. But most people who program, they don't program towards biasness. So if there's a trending market and they have a buying robot, they think the robot strategy is doing amazing, but it's actually the market. So but EAs have program biasness, trend biasness. So usually when I'm programming, if I'm using a robot to do a whole bunch of buys, I would only use it in a seller's market, and I would examine that on the weekly. So if the weekly has like 10 or 15 bars just going straight down, and my EA is buying, I would test it during that time frame. So if the robot's intelligent enough to figure out what's happening and still trade during that time frame, and still win or break even. If it can do that, then typically the robot is more intelligent than a robot that just buys because it was trained. It can also do both, buy and sell. Negative thing, I talk about biasness, programming biasness, errors, yeah, and infinite kills. Like I've seen programs where they just enter in repeatedly and just drain your account. Errors when entering like too high of a lot size. So there's the pros and cons that people have to understand. So for me, back testing on a small live account, those are some of the drawdowns because it requires so much testing prior to going live. You know what I mean? Let's see. But does that cover your question? Okay. Let's go back to here. What else can we do? Oh yeah, here's the homework. Let's do this. Okay. Ugh. Let's use. Yeah, that'd be fun to make. MACD peak. So this would be very easy. So for the MACD, no problem, man. Thank you for that. Please, guys, if you guys want to show support, like the video, share it out. We'll be live every day, 12 noon Las Vegas time. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna do this. Homework's gonna be fun. It's gonna help you program better. Okay, much better. Okay, so when a MACD histogram, calculate and have a print and alert when the MACD peaks. So I'll give you an example. It'll help you figure out how to use the MACD. We'll just use CAD, USD CAD at MACD. Okay, here. And remember, if you guys programmed it for the video, the homework, I can fix it live, so we can go over it, okay? Let's just do 18 here. So do you see how the MACD momentum peaks right here? What I want you guys to do is when it peaks like this, create an alert that pops up in your print and basically tells you that the MACD is alerting. Calculate histogram, calculate and print an alert when the histogram peaks, and also MACD when the signal line crosses from negative to positive and vice versa. So basically, two aspects of the MACD. When the MACD peaks out, okay, like this right here, create an alert or a print saying that it's peaked out. And second, when the signal line goes from positive to negative, create an alert, and goes from negative to positive, create an alert. We have two alert systems, okay? Now, I can show you, we're going to combine that with other code for tomorrow's lesson. And for this, we'll let this run a little bit. So do you guys have any questions or comments on those? Let's see. To break it down, an alert system for the MACD signal and histogram. Okay, let me screenshot this. I'll make it a little bigger. Print screen. It's in the Telegram group, guys. If you need the link to the Telegram group, it is here. Thanks, Lulu, for the comment, man. Really appreciate it. Remember, guys, smash the like button. It really helps out. But that's the Telegram group. You guys want to get in talk to me? I don't get in contact with you. And if we want to talk about programming, trading, all that stuff, it'd be really helpful. Yeah, but yeah, I'll hang around for another minute or so. If any questions or comments, this is the time to ask. Errors is fine. It doesn't take long for me to figure out what's happening. Especially with code like that. Complex code gets worse sometimes. Like, I think it was a month ago, a client of mine sent me a robot that had like 1,200 lines of code, and there's like riddled errors everywhere. It just took forever to reprogram it, fix all the funny issues, and then recalculate to be back to the strategy, which is actually a pain. This code is easy, since I can just look through it and just like, okay, this makes sense. What else we got? And if you guys do need code for the Bollinger Band squeeze, it's right here on my website. Andre J. McClendon, Trading Robot. Here we go. Lulu has a question. Let's see. Andre, what do you think about a EA using 7 indicator for confirmation? Is it a good or block mini orders? So if you're using 7 indicators to enter a trade, so your trading confirmation has 7 checks, it is probably looking for something very specific. So by definition, you're not going to be entering a lot of trades. You're going to be entering probably few trades. And if you're on a higher time frame, like if you're just talking about like 7 indicators on the 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, you might take a couple trades here and there. But if you look at like the hour, 4 hour, daily, weekly, you probably won't be taking trades for maybe a couple trades a week, maybe a month, very, very minimal. And then these indicators would have to be very selective. Like you probably have like a momentum, volume, something overbought, oversold, possibly, maybe an ATR-ish, a couple moving averages. What else? Typically there, volume, probably a speed indicator, like how fast something moves within the bar. Also a spread indicator maybe. So I mean, for me, I use my own indicators, so they're very specific in what they do. At 7, if it's a big boy indicator, that's pretty smart. But if you're using 7 indicators for every single trade, you might not have any trades you get into. I'll give you an example. Here's a trading robot that I have for free. RSI money flow moving average. Here. So if you look at the code, you can see that. You can see that we have the RSI. Let me make it a little bit bigger. Sorry. We have the RSI. We have the money flow, and we have another moving average. We have RSI moving average. And if we can see by the video, let's see how it trades. Let's see. So here's our requirements. And let's check. I think I have it run. So this is with 3 indicators. You're talking about 7. It might not be as frequent as we perceive. But I would have to see the details even more so. And watching myself program and trade at the same time. Interesting. See, this is with 3 indicators. If you start examining, this is the 30-minute, right? These are multiple bars. Like these are days being placed for 1 or 2 trades. So if you're adding multiple indicators, it might be even harder to enter the trade or find one at least. Unless they're like maybe they're like the alligator. Maybe you can get away with it. Let's see. Parallel star, alligator. And this was a pretty hefty program. But yeah. Lulu, I think we talked about this last time about. Oh, okay. You asked a question. This one I think was like 4. Let me check it on my client list. Maybe 4 or 5, and it was like 4 or 5 indicators. Obviously, they were using the ATR, and within the ATR, they were calculating entries. But would I use a strategy? No, but it's interesting how they took approach to it and how I could fix it to make it better. Because if we looked at the entry, this was the programmed entry before I got it. They say it was $100 for like 1 entry. I refixed it, so every time it entered, you got a better price. I mean, instead of being at $100, you got it like at $98, $97, because it's programmed incorrectly for the strategy. it was similar to what they wanted, but not exactly how they wanted it. And that's what I'm good at. I like to program exact strategies, so there's no misaligned or something being funny. So like this strategy, the martingale strategy, like so far, I think he's doing pretty good. Like this is all dandy, really, really, really good. But I'll tell you, it is dangerous. Something bad always happens. Kind of like what happened to pound yen last month, how it went down like a couple hundred pips. What is it? When picking indicators, how does one choose a suitable pair of indicators as a signal? Oh, this is really good question, good question. So let me show you guys an example of how to do this. Let's do AUDJPY, for example. Okay, when creating a confirmation strategy, we need to understand that we need indicators. Let's use this confirmation strategy and use indicators. We need a checklist. So let's do a easy checklist, non-complex one, okay? Let's use the moving average, and we'll just say, I don't know, 20. Exponential red, make it thick so we can all see it. Let's get rid of strategy tester real quick. Okay, so the first, well, let's not make it red. Let's make it pink, blue, purple. Cool. So we got our moving average, and let's do this bar. Okay, so basically our first, our first part of the code is, first part of the confirmation strategy. Once we have a close above the moving average, like here, we will be interested in taking a buy trade, okay? See, we close right here, interested in taking the buy trade. Secondary thing happens, there's two closes above moving average. Now we're looking for a positive trade. So what else can we use to make our confirmation even better? Let's add the ATR. ATR, average true range. And our second thing is, has the ATR been increasing? For example, we went from here to here to here, 3 candles, and the ATR has been increasing. So we have some bullishness or possibility of bullishness. We can have another indicator called the MACD, for example. And this is on regular settings, just default settings. Once the moving average, check confirmation, remember, confirmation checklist, has 2 closes above it, which we have right here. So check. ATR is increasing, check. That's 2 checks. And the moving average histogram is positive. Let's do a vertical line. Where's vertical lines? Where is it at? Right here? Sorry. Right here. So this is also a problem when you have too many indicators. You can be very delayed in where you enter. But if we see, the moving average stated that we enter here. ATR says 2, but we have to wait for the MACD to catch up. So we actually enter here. So we have now 1, 2, 3 levels of indication to enter our trade. And if we add a little bit more, where's another one we can add? Let's do stochastics. That's a popular one. Let's do 8, 5, 3. And long as the stochastic is reading green over red, we'll enter the trade. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 different levels to entering the trade for our confirmation checklist. Now, when we exit, just say we exit when the moving average has 2 closed candles below the moving average for a buy order. Okay. And we'll exit right here. So we enter here and exit here. We will take home about 8 pips. Okay. Let's try and this was like random, so we're not picking and choosing. Okay, here. Now we have another problem. Let's see. We have some consolidation right here. But we'll say, hey, we're going to pick it. We don't see much movement because the ATR hasn't been picking up. But as we see here, ATR is trending up. We have a cross. Yeah, so what I do, or what I did a long time ago, is compare entry points when using various indicators. Like this, I just use some easy ones, MACD, stochastics, ATR, moving average, and you can build a trading robot like this. I mean, yeah, I've compared thousands of indicators, and I have my own personal top 10 list that I use. And when you start programming at a higher level, you stop using other people's indicators because they're ineffective at best. Like the stochastics, I never personally use. ATR, I use sometimes. Moving averages, no, because they're slow. Yeah, they're very, very slow. ATR is the only indicator that I use that everyone else uses. Everything else is just kind of like dog shit almost. Just, the MACD is good, but not for entering trades. It's good at exiting trades. Stochastics is too slow. So you have to compare which indicators are good, and typically free ones are not good. They're not programmed in a way that can be volatile enough. Like the moving average would, if you program this out, you would be taking a lot of losses in this area, in this consolidation. Now, when it comes to a trend, almost every indicator would agree on a trend. But then the question is like, hey, it doesn't work because of the time is at the 15-minute. So let's change it to that. Let's take 4 hour. Okay. Let's just randomly close my eyes so I'm not cheating. Okay, right here. So right here, moving averages says buy. We wait. Maybe since it's on the 4 hour and it's heavier, a lot bigger, we don't have to wait 2 candles. Let's wait 1 candle. So the moving average says buy here. We have some increase in the ATR, but the MACD says buy here. And that's what I was saying, once again. Not the MACD is a bad indicator, just kind of slow. You're entering here. So you're entering here off the open, and you're exiting here. Maybe you'll take home. So 2 closes, 1 close. You're taking home 22 pips at best. So if you program this, you take home 22 pips. But if your potential loss is greater than that, it can be some issues. Shift, you could shift it around. You're not going to be able to find it in the default indicator settings. So if you do MACD, it doesn't have shift. You're going to have to find a custom indicator to shift the indications. A custom indicator, so to do that. Let me see, what else can we do? Like, see here, this range. Okay, What's your opinion about reverse indicators like sunflower, zigzag, or green? Okay, let's go. Let's do some easy ones. Reverse indicators. Okay. Let's do this. So, reverse one is reverse fractals. It's an easy one. So, typically, what is the definition of a zigzag? Oh, I'm sorry, of a fractal. A fractal, basically, if there's five candles, it will basically tell you the top one out of these, right? Reverse fractals, I think, is 7, something like that. And it'll give you these points of entry. But remember, when it comes to indicators, indicators are good in the past, but sometimes very bad on the current candle. So if we look here on the past, it looks like you got some really good entries. Like, look at that. Good short, exit, short, exit, short, exit, short, exit, right? It looks good in the past. Well, if we look at the current candle, and this is not saying it has to be how it's measured. It's saying that this is a possible reversal here. So if you enter here, you would still be, there's no exit, okay? Because it doesn't give you current candle status. Now your next one is zigzag, and then sunflower. Okay, let's do zigzag real quick. Zigzag, all right. Let's just do standard settings. Now the zigzag, if you can see, is quite delayed. We're here, and we're now 10 candles back. There's no indication. See? Now you can change that up to make it, peak to peak. But typically, if you see that zigzag and fractals have some matching here and here. Now, if we do regular fractals, you'll see that they'll match. See, fractals and zigzags are almost programmed the same. See? And if we do zigzags one more time, now, do I do zigzags? No, I do not. Zigzag is a very delayed indicator. See? Zigzags and fractals can be used at the same thing. So if you want to use fractals, go ahead. But to me, they're almost the same exact thing as fractals and zigzags. You can get more peaks and values out of it. See? And it kind of makes harmonics a little bit. Harmonic patterns. What else? The next one is sunflower. Let's check this out. What is sunflower? Where's my website? Trading signals. Where's indicators? Where's the homepage? Trading robots. Exit indicators. There's a website that's better than mine when it comes to indicators because these are just my custom programs. Let me find it real quick. Found it. And when I mean they're the best, they're like the biggest website out there for indicators. Here. All right, here we go. You said sunflower. Okay, let's check this out. Oops, I must have messed up. I guess they don't have it. Okay. GA SQ9. I don't know what that is. Yeah, they don't have it either. If you can send me a link to those, I would definitely check it out. But here are some of those basics. How to build your own trading robot in a sense. For me, if you guys want to improve your trading strategy, create rules. I think I made a video about that. Let's see. Basics to an EA. This video and other indicators, highs and lows, trading rules. So this is like the do's and don'ts. So if you guys want to check that out, please do. That will help you out when making your robot, but basically have a confirmation checklist like I covered in here. And then during your confirmation checklist, or you're creating your strategy, evaluate which indicators are better. So for example, in this strategy, you can say the moving average has better entries than the MACD. Okay, no problem, no problem. When it comes to the entries, you can say that like the moving average is like, out of our group of indicators, is a 1, or say it's a 10 out of 10, it's the best. But the MACD is so slow that it's a 5 out of 10. So now you're capped at 5 out of 10. And then if you add slower indicators, it should be 4 out of 10, 3 out of 10. So you have to really evaluate which indicator and their settings should be better. Now, if you want to do that in MetaTrader, you just need to do this Control N. Oh, you see that? Hey, Sonali, if you're here, look, you see how the account almost got nuked? It lost nearly 10% of the account on one trade. Yeah. Where is that at? See? It's caught in a horrible, horrible range. I'm so happy I let this run, because this always happens to the martingale strategy. And this is why I like reviewing other indicators. No, this is the martingale strategy for losers. This is how you blow up your entire account. Right now, if we hit pause, just letting this stuff run. Go to graph. Look at that. Equity, the account balance is like up $265, but his equity is down nearly 10%. To me, martingale strategies are luck, just plain luck. This way, it's just crazy how much money they lose. See? And if this thing gets shot down, just say it goes down to 1848, it would be down more than 12%, maybe 15%. Down. Oh my God. It's so lucky. So whoever programmed this, good programming, bad strategy in my opinion. I'll let it run. See the craziness. I'll give you guys a screenshot of it later. But yeah, any other questions, comments, or concerns before I leave? Just let me know. I'll hang out for a few minutes. I think it's pretty good. But yeah, please like the video, subscribe, join the Telegram group I posted in below. we can talk. Oh, gold dropped a lot today in the back test. Out of curiosity, what are any two of your favorite top 10? Well, I won't give you my top 10. I just tell you that the ATR is the only one that I use. That's a public one. Everything else that I have is custom created. But if you go through the list of indicators, stochastics, probably in the top 100 to 50, not even in the top 50. Zigzag, I wouldn't even use. It's too slow. Wouldn't be in the top 100. Let's see. Hekinashi's, not even in the top 100. CMF is not bad. I'll put that in the top 50. It's not bad. Bollinger Bands, I would never use. There's so many indicators I just will not use, because when you start programming for years, like I think I've been programming since 13, so 23 years programming. When you start understanding like how things are programmed and why, there's many things about the Bollinger Bands that are just incorrect that I wouldn't use. Yeah, free stuff is not always the best thing. Like if we go back to that, look, see? This is the danger. You see? He's selling and buying at the same time, or whoever made this program. And if it does something stupid, like gets shut down a whole bunch, he can get margin called, because right now, I guarantee you, if you start looking at the amount of lots, like he's in at a standard lot, and his account is 10% down. So it's supposed to be one standard lot for every $10,000. This individual is like, this trader right here, who created this program, is so underwater right now that it's going to blow up the account if something bad happens. Just let it run. This is why it's all luck based. Just completely lucky. What else? If we go to indicators, 4 seasons is not a bad indicator. Easy. It's like that would be in the top 100. It's not a biased indicator. It shows you real-time data. Moving averages. Force, I would never use. Momentum, and I'll never use. Now, the RVI is not bad. I would modify it a little bit, but it's not bad. Money flow, jumps. That's like garbage. What else? I mean, this is it's another software on the account. Look at this. It's about to get beat down. Oh man. Look, see? If it keeps going down, gold's gonna blow up the account. And I guarantee you, as it keeps going lower, he has to add more entries. See? He did a 0.03 buy. This is so dangerous. Like any prop firm would have been pissed right now how exposed you are. See? 0.05. It has to continuously keep buying to get lucky. And sometimes markets don't come back. So right now, I'm actually testing on this right here. I'll show you. Where's it at? CAD New Zealand. CAD New Zealand. CAD New Zealand. Or is it New Zealand CAD? Oh, my bad. Get it backwards. So if you look at New Zealand CAD, the reason why I like trading this one for testing, because it's so interesting. Look, see? It's a downtrend, but it spikes up and down so frequently. So it is downtrending, but if your robot can't understand what's happening, you can get beaten up within this. So if you look at like a moving average, for example, look at all the losses you'd be taking. You see? Yeah, martingale strategy is basically 100% like gambling. Massive amount of gambling. The person who made it, I think, made it at the casino in Vegas, like stuff like that. So you can keep doubling up until you win big, or if you win small, something like that. But yeah, guys, I gotta go. Just if you have any questions, I'll see you guys tomorrow. If you need the homework, post it. And peace.